Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Together we are the Office Blokes.
Yes.
It is
indeed.
true. Absolutely full of plastic surgery, all of us, aren't we? You can tell by the cheekbones and the perfect teeth and perfect
Can't
smiles.
see mine
and-
down there.
Spent a fortune.
I've had Botox on my ball sack.
Dave's had a boob job.
Smooth as anything. Reduction.
Peck implants. Shredded. Yeah, there you
Lovely.
go. This is a Patreon request, though, because believe it or not, we have a Patreon.
Do we?
We do indeed.
do.
Yeah, this is for Grant Folks.
Cheers,
thanks
Grant.
for the support,
Cheers, Grant.
Much appreciated. This is a plastic surgeon reacts to hilarious medical questions posted online.
You know, one thing you can't do is go online for medical advice,
No,
right?
no,
It's,
absolutely not.
When I was ill
Minefield.
last week, I thought I just should Google and see what sort of symptoms I've got. And I thought, nah, don't do it. Then Gaynor comes in and she's like, could be this, could be that. I went, okay, it could be anything. I said, I know what it is. She's like, what? She said, you don't know what it is. You don't. I went, AIDS.
Can't catch it
She
twice.
just went and walked off.
You said to us you've been online. You think you're due to give birth next week. Yeah, that's what you said.
And I was still pregnant.
Yeah, when years ago when my husband... I
Husband.
was going to say my husband then.
Whoa! Do you want to come out now, Dave?
You know what? I better not finish that story because it's about a family member. That's weird. Where the fuck did that come from? No,
say nothing.
No,
Say nothing,
that
mate.
story's
No.
not getting told.
Well, you don't have to say any more, mate. We all know now.
What a weird slip. That's like calling a teacher dad.
Oh, is that how
or
we
mum,
started?
isn't
It was a weird slip.
Oh, no. It's a family member. I don't know where husband could have come from there.
dear,
That's fucked up. Right, I apologise to everyone involved. He's not here to defend himself anymore either. That was going to be the story. Right then, plastic surgeon reacts to hilarious medical questions asked online.
My son's penis is bigger than mine, and he is only 7 years old. I try not to harbor any bitter feelings. I try to focus on the positives, such as my balls are bigger. For years, people have gone to the internet to ask medical questions. But the big question is, to whom? Basically, to random strangers who will answer the questions for them. Well, I'm a real doctor. I'm a board-certified plastic surgeon, and I'm going to count down and answer 10 of the most hilarious medical questions posed online. So my bro hasn't had his first period yet. Should I be worried? I started kind of late, so he might be a late bloomer too, but he's like 16 and still hasn't had his first period yet. And I don't want to pry, but I'm worried about him, like he won't be able to make babies when he's married. So if you could help me, that would be great. Well, when I first read this, I assumed it was written by a kid.
wind
But
up.
the person who's
Yeah.
asking the question does say that she is a late bloomer. Now, girls typically go through puberty between the ages of 9 and 16, so we have to assume that she's probably 14 to 16 years or so. So I think it's really important, really important for her parents to teach her that boys cannot get pregnant.
What?
That's a disgraceful thing to
Hey.
say. How
Dare he say that? I'm offended.
Say we're not allowed. Absolutely.
They just said can't. They just said physically, as if there's some sort of physical difference between men and women.
I'm going to go to the edge of the flat earth and jump off.
I know. Just guys, I'm going to go and dye my hair green. Start shouting about
I'm
it.
going to get an orange vest and go protest.
How can I drink my girlfriend's breast milk without making her pregnant? So first of all, are you drinking her
So many things wrong with that question. Oh God.
breast milk? Now, when my wife was pregnant, she gave me a book about like how to become a dad and things that dads need to know. And I read this book really from cover to cover. And one of the things that the author kept mentioning over and over again is that it is perfectly fine to drink your partner's breast milk. But that doesn't mean that I actually did it. It is not my thing. Now, a lot of people don't know, but you actually don't have to be pregnant or have had a baby to create milk, to lactate as a woman. There are women who have actually adopted children and via the combination of hormones and nipple stimulation have been able to actually lactate and create
That
breast
kid's
milk.
face, that.
Now, theoretically, it may be possible to actually stimulate your girlfriend's nipples so much that she can create a little bit of milk. I've never read that it's actually happened, but theoretically, I guess it's possible. That being said, I think it's so important for you to realize that you cannot get her pregnant by drinking her breast milk. That is absolutely impossible. There's a whole different act that you must do, and that's a subject of a completely different video. Why does my arm shake and turn bright red when I'm eating dirt?
What?
And the best answer is, why are you eating dirt? Eating dirt is a type of pica, and pica is a medical term used for people who eat non-food things. And I actually recently uploaded a video where I reacted to my strange addiction and all the different kind of weird things that people are addicted to eating. And these include eating plastic, like plastic bags, and eating rocks. Now the person asking this question eats dirt, and there is a term for that called geophagia. And there are some people around the world who actually will eat clay because there's a belief that some people have that eating clay can actually help your GI tract. That being said, do not eat dirt. Dirt can contain heavy metals.
I've heard that don't a lot of women or pregnant women eat coal sometimes. It was
like
heard that was a bit of
it was a thing, wasn't it? It was I think when women are pregnant they get a lot of cravings, don't they?
That's right. Yeah.
And I think coal in the old times was like a
that's always stuck out in my head it was like a thing that
I don't know if it was a myth or it was a thing of like old time when we were kids.
Yeah.
That our parents went through it. You know what I mean? I think it might have been
Yeah,
so
but
I think
there were certain things in coal that because they're pregnant, because it messes up with all the hormones and stuff like that.
But there was a thing with coal. I remember that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if it ever happened, but I remember it was a.
I've never seen anyone munching on a big load of coal. I must admit,
me neither. But I know women do go through cravings, don't they? When they're pregnant.
Yeah,
certain like oddball like combination foods.
It is a thing, isn't it? Without a doubt. Weird.
It can contain parasites. It can contain other pathogens like bacteria that can make you really, really sick. It can also give you horrible constipation. So what I strongly recommend is that instead of eating dirt, eat food. Yes, there's this thing called food that you can eat that will nourish you, that is good for you. Stick with fruits and vegetables, with good meats, some whole grains, so much better than dirt. Can I tell by the smell of my husband's gas if he's been cheating? I know this sounds crazy, but Hubs usually has his own smell. The family always knows when he has passed gas, even if he tries to be funny and blame it on the dog. Yeah, been there. Lately, he's had to work late a few times, and each time he's come home and his gas has smelled unlike anything I've ever smelled from him. Kind of like maybe he had Thai food or something. Why does everybody blame bad gas on Asian food? He says he has only been at work and not anywhere else, but something is definitely different. Do you think he's been cheating? Ooh, good question. Well, the average person farts 20 times a day, and it's true that the type of food you eat can impact how your farts smell. So there are certain foods that contain a lot of sulfur and sulfur compounds, foods like broccoli, foods like beans, and Brussels sprouts. So if his toots are more stinky now, is it possible that he's cheating on you with a vegan? Well, there are other foods that can also cause stinky toots. Drinking a lot of alcohol can cause his toots to be stinkier. So maybe instead of working, he's going out having drinks with some random person or somebody who he's having an affair with. It's also well known.
Smell his fingers.
Oh my God.
That drinking protein drinks, protein shakes, can also cause your toots to be stinky. So another possibility is that maybe he's not working late, but he's going to the gym and he's hitting on some women over there. So it's definitely possible that you're onto something. Keep smelling those toots and really do a little bit more research and let me know in the comments what you find out. Did you know that you can look upwards of 5 years younger in just 2 minutes a day? You don't.
He's left the mouse over there. Scroll forward a bit. I'm thinking this is an advert, right?
I reckon it is. Where are we now?
You have to come down a bit. You have to move the mouse, mate, to get down.
No, absolutely. Oh, it's on the screen up there.
Pass it over here.
Oh, there it is. What's that? I couldn't see that.
How am I sure I'm the real mom of my kid?
Oh, Jesus.
What?
I just
That
had
can't
a
be
baby,
real.
and it looks more like the man I had my baby with. It doesn't look like me at all, and I'm scared he was cheating on me with another lady and I had her kid. This child is the best thing that's ever happened to me, and I can't imagine giving my baby to the real mom. How do I know? I promised I would not laugh at any of these questions, but
there's people out there.
Great news for you.
Man.
You are the mom of this baby.
Are we ready?
Absolutely bizarre.
Guaranteed. There is 0% chance that your husband had this baby with another woman if this baby came out of you. Now, there is an interesting story where I grew up. I grew up in a small town called Greenville, Michigan, in the middle of Michigan. And there was a friend of mine who I graduated high school with, and she was dating 2 different guys at the same time. One of them was really, really white, really Caucasian, very pale skin. And the other one was Latino. And she got pregnant, and they had no idea whose baby it was. And so they literally had to wait until the birth. Both boyfriends were in the room with her as she gave birth to find out whose baby this was. Well, this is not going to happen to you, because if you have this baby as a woman, you are 100% assured that it's your baby.
Absolutely bizarre.
Apologies for that. I had to run out for an emergency phone call, just in case anyone's wondering. Was that about a baby being the wrong
No,
skin colour?
she says, is this baby, how do I know if the baby's really mine? I've just given birth, but it looks like my partner. I wonder if he was cheating on another woman.
Oh my God.
Could it be another woman's baby?
I feel bad having to give the baby to a real mum.
Yeah, I mean...
Wow.
I know, bizarre, right? But we'll stop, pass that back over there.
My son's penis is bigger than mine, and he is only 7 years old. I try not to harbor any bitter feelings. I try to focus on the positives, such as my balls are bigger. It just gets tough sometimes. Any thoughts?
Dave.
Okay, so this is 7.
My balls aren't bigger than his, though.
Good that, Mike.
Oh, dear.
Stop thinking about my son's knob, you weirdo.
You're his father. Your son has not even started puberty yet. Most boys start to undergo puberty between 9 and 13 years old. And when he goes through puberty, I really have to warn you, his penis is going to get bigger. And his testicles are going to increase in size. So I know that you feel a lot of satisfaction that your balls are bigger than his right now, but I really need to warn you that most likely he's going to have bigger balls than you. And it's okay. It's all right. You're his dad, and you should want him to have a larger package than you. You should want him to pack more heat than you, because we want better for our children than we want for ourselves, right? Just keep in mind that you are not in competition with your son. Size is not important. It's the motion in the ocean that really matters. I swallowed an ice cube whole, and I haven't pooped it out.
Oh my God.
I'm really scared. Is it stuck?
He's got to be fake
somebody asked
questions.
this
There's got to be some of them, surely.
And I will answer this
Wow.
question. Now, it does take about 45 to 60 minutes for an ice cube to completely melt at room temperature. But it takes between 24 to 36 hours for food that you eat to go through your entire GI tract, through your stomach, through your small intestine, through your large intestine, out through your rectum and your anus. It takes 24 to 36 hours for that food to go in and then to come out. So you swallowed an ice cube whole, that ice cube has melted, and you should not worry about it. Why is my nipple bigger than the other 2? Please, this is the only problem that is freaking me out.
Wow.
These are defo fake questions.
They have to be, don't they?
Gotta be, yeah.
It is not uncommon for somebody to have 3 nipples, even 4.
I tell you what, we could do some of these questions for Office Blokes Confidential, couldn't we?
Absolutely.
We put the world to rights on them.
Yeah.
What's
great.
Office Blokes Confidential? We didn't say we were bringing that back, did we? A couple of months ago.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
We'd mooted it, didn't we?
We did
You
bring
can
it back.
get what's
Mike, that's not a good pause.
called an accessory nipple, and some people just call it a nubbin. Now, Chandler from the show Friends had a nubbin.
You told me it was a nubbin.
And if you have a nubbin, that is okay. So many people have them. I see patients of mine who think it's a mole, and it's really an accessory nipple.
A third nipple?
Now, it's very normal if your accessory nipple is smaller than maybe your other two nipples. It's also very normal often for one nipple on one side of your chest to be larger than the other. I actually perform surgeries sometimes to reduce the size of a nipple or both to make them even too. So if you have any concerns about 2 nipples or 3 nipples or 4 nipples, talk to your doctor and don't go on the internet and ask people there. Do you think humans will ever walk on the sun? I was just daydreaming and thinking today, and I thought about how crazy it was that a person has walked on the moon and Mars.
Have they?
Mars? We've had people on Mars? I was just wondering if you think a person will ever walk on the sun too. Like, I know it's really hot, but I am thinking if they went in the wintertime when the sun is only 30 degrees, I bet they could do it. Well, that's a really good question, because if the surface of the sun in the winter was only 30 degrees, then no question we could actually then go into the sun and survive it because it's only 30 degrees, especially if you had a good coat on like a Patagonia or something like that. But the truth is that the sun itself, number one, does not have a surface that you can walk on. It's not made of dirt or minerals or anything like that. And the surface of the sun, the surface, is about 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit. So if you were to actually walk on the surface or go close to the surface of the sun, you would be incinerated within like nanoseconds, or whatever is smaller than a nanosecond. You would be absolutely disintegrated. But I'm just a doctor, and what the f*** do I know? Okay, we have gotten to the number one most hilarious medical question asked online, and here it is. How is Babby formed? How is Babby formed? How girl get pregnant? What's a Babby? Do they mean baby?
Some foreign, isn't it?
I gotta get off the internet. So if you're asking questions online about medical issues, be really careful, because there's a ton of misinformation out there. One of the things I love to do is correct misinformation on TikTok. There are a lot of TikTok videos that have information that you think might be right but are completely wrong. And so I react to a number of them right up here where I tell you.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's one of them where, I mean, I like seeing doctors react to certain things, especially, proper doctors.
Yeah,
I just like
definitely.
experts reacting to
same,
their field.
same. Yeah, if you remember what, that's just like asking everything when we first came around with the pandemic, that everyone was going on Facebook and sort of like giving their view of what it was and what everyone should be doing and how things should be done and all that kind of stuff. And you still get it now, don't take this, don't have that, this gives you this, it's only these medical companies, it's this. I'm just like, asked.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff you eat or take, if everyone read the little leaflets that come with it, you wouldn't touch anything.
That's true. In moderation, isn't it? Really, that's the main rule of thumb, isn't it? I would guess. So,
I just think I don't like going to the doctors. Most men don't. I think it's just it's a male thing, isn't it? Like a lot of guys are just like, I'll be all right. I'm not dying. Nothing's falling off.
I go to the doctors when I need to go. If I'm ill or whatever, I'll go. I didn't go last week because I just couldn't be asked. Because I know what I'm dealing with when I go there. I know what I have to. That's the only thing that puts me off is having to go there.
That's the same with me though.
I don't mind seeing the doctor or it's the waiting in the waiting room with all the idiots.
Yeah.
If you could ring at your leisure, which you can't in this country, you've got to wait till 8 o'clock and then ring.
Yeah.
Just go in when it's
You are currently number 7,428 in the queue.
But if at like 2 in the afternoon, you could go, I feel off. Call the doctor. All right, just come down, and you'd be there at 3 o'clock. See a doctor. I'd have no issue with it, but it's all of the stuff that comes with it that I hate.
It's just not straightforward, is it? These days, not at all.
No, but then I don't Google stuff either.
No, I mean,
I prefer not to because it's scary.
It's because I mean, literally, it can be so many different types of things, can't it? When you have symptoms of something, whatever it is.
You could be super healthy today and dead tomorrow. So what does it matter?
Well, you can make any illness fit you when you Google it as well.
Yeah.
You're like,
absolutely.
Do you feel nauseous? Well, I didn't, but now I do. Now I'm reading this.
We did have a guy that used to work here, who was full of that.
Oh, yeah.
He was always ill.
Yeah.
And he'd Google his symptoms and say, and that's what he had. Whatever the worst one was, that's what he had.
Yeah.
Even though it wasn't.
Yeah, and he's still alive.
It's still going.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget, thanks for the support as well.
Cheers,
there.
Graham.
Cheers, Graham.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And, good suggestion, actually.
It was. I enjoyed it.
Nice one. Same. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.